What is up, comic fans? Happy new DC Day. That's right. It's Tuesday. It's part one of the 48-hour event that happens every week known as New Comic Book Day. Hopefully, you're lucky enough to be able to pick your books up today. If not, at least have read some of them digitally or get hyped for tomorrow when you do get your hands on them. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about from new releases and a lot of news surrounding DC Comics. Now, let's get into it. First off, huge shout out to the channel sponsor, the Big Time Collectibles. They sponsor the monthly Legion Loot giveaway for channel members. So be sure to hit that join button down below, become a member today, and not miss out on any of that awesome stuff that Big Time Collectibles is doing at BigTimeCollectibles.com. If you need anything clean to press, hit up Justin. Let him know that you found him via the channel to take advantage of the special offer that he runs for viewers of the channel. The link to the sponsors are in the description below, including the local sponsor and the person who makes this video possible every week, the Augusta Book Exchange, or now, as it's known, ABX Comics and Games. Come check out their new location. If you're not too far away, or if you are too far away, buy a plane ticket. Come by. Come check it out. Link is in the description. Comic Viking. It's in my room.
See you later, bro.
All right, Alan. Have a good day, bro. So, yeah. Be sure to check out the sponsors, links in the description, all that good stuff. Let's say hey to some people in the chat. Don't go anywhere because we have not one DC Day giveaway today, but two, because last week, he just came by to do this real quick, and then he had to go because I'm going to mail that out as soon as I can.
Did he have to paint it?
Yeah, kind of. We did it right there. It looks really cool. Awesome. So, we got two giveaways. We have the one for this week, and last week I wasn't able to pick up my books on Tuesday, but I still picked up books that we're going to give away. So if you did not go check out last week's new DC Day video, you might want to take a pause and go check that out. Hit the comment section. I think I told people to leave a hashtag or something, but so check the comment section, put it in there, because I'll be drawing the name out of the comment section. What's up, buddy? What's up?
Why is Zaba still in the backyard?
Because he's in the backyard when we close the door. You can let him in.
Hi.
Okay. So yeah, check the comment section. Leave a comment. If you see a lot of people leaving the same hashtag, leave that hashtag, because I'm gonna have to check the comment section myself and see if that's what I did. But I'll draw a winner from the comments over there, and then we'll do a live drawing for the people in the chat today. So let's take a peek at what the giveaway books are going to be. Don't you start, little dog. So these are the ones for last week. If you left a comment on there, we have that Raza Wonder Woman $7.99. Gorgeous cover. Gorgeous cover. Batman the Brave and the Bold #1, and issue #1 of the brand new series. It's kind of like Urban Legends. It's an anthology. Good job. You got it. And the John Jang A cover for Black Adam #11 of 12. So all three of those will be going to one lucky winner for last week's stuff. And then the ones for this week are going to be Green Arrow #2, that David Nakayama cover. Yeah. And this, we got Roy Harper for the David Nakayama cover. They have a new one of these out, Flashpoint #1 reprinted with the little Flash logo on there. And then I grabbed another Dawn of DC primer, which was a free book from last week. Hey. That Dawn of DC primer I decided to go back and grab because it's super duper important. Very, very important. It's got some massive story stuff going on that they're building for an upcoming event. I promise you. I've been talking about it for a while, and we're finally getting a confirmation of that. Here, Mom. Here, Mom. Trash can. Thank you. So yeah, those will be today. So we got 6 books going out, two separate winners, a lot of distractions today. So we're going to make it work best we can. So let me say hey to some of the people in the chat, and we'll get rolling. We have Las Cruces, 1971, clocked in early at 10:17 a.m. Do y'all have what it takes to beat Las Cruces? To the comment section. I highly doubt it. Anachronic Comics is in the building, the best DC Day new comic book show. I appreciate that. The passion is the secret sauce. That's what I've been told. It's the passion. Hello from New Mexico. We got Couching and Slouching with C. Bizzle. Good afternoon. He just uploaded his 18th, I think it's his 18th video in the series that he's uploading. So be sure to check him out if you haven't already as well. Chop and Drop is in the building. Happy DC Day to you as well. The Comic Vet is in the house. What is up, fam? How are you doing today? William Wilson throwing them hashtags out there and the custom emojis that you gain access to from joining the channel membership. Brian LCS, my man, what is happening? That's right. I'm supposed to say this stuff. But Brian has got the CBC Awards. They're open for nomination. So if you want to support some channels you like or learn about some new channels that you might not have been able to discover yet, check out cbcawards.org and vote for some of your favorite YouTube comment creators like Freaky Louie. Let's get him that win this year, people. Let's get Louie in there. Hulk Collector 82, what is going on? Kevin, how are you today? Derek is in the building. What is up, man? Hope you're having a good day. Collecting with Durs, my man, what's happening? Hello, my beautiful homies. Rocking out as work per usual. LOL. Shout out to the dude. You know how to open this stuff. You just did it. Okay. Y'all are smashing some snaps, aren't y'all? Yeah, here's a little piece to get up. There you go. Shout out to the lady for our 3-year. Okay, so yeah, it's Lady Durs and Durs 3-year anniversary day, and I think he mentioned that it's her birthday tomorrow. So shout out to you guys. Congrats on all those good things. Congrats. Wheelchair Superhero 87, happy DC Day to you. We are, in fact, Legion. Trev, the shipping guru, how are you doing today? Glad you can make it. E-Man, my man, what is happening? I noticed that Nelson was rocking a Sealess Villain shirt. That was pretty dope. Supporting the homies. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's see. Scrolling on down. Pops is in the building. Finn, will you close the door so Abel quit barking at whoever's out there? Yeah, will you close it?
I know who it is.
Will you close it? Push. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I know. It's that little doggy next door. Thank you, buddy. I don't read DC, but I'm here to kick it. Can I kick it? You can, in fact, kick it. You sure can. Esteban, what is going on, brother? As always, excited to see him in the chat. Making sure I didn't skip anybody. Loaders Empire's in the building. Yo, Legionnaires, what is happening? Hope you're having a good day. Dude, Southern Comic Geek, what is up, Jason? Man, I miss you doing regular content, hanging out and stuff. But Jason still is doing the Saturday live shows where he does the sales and everything. You be sure to check out Southern Comic Geek, especially on IG. He's been picking up tons of awesome original art. KBDM, what is happening, brother? How are you today? Jimbo Slice is in the building. Hello. Flash by Night, good afternoon, TJ. I love the new lanyard that you posted today. I knew you were a villain all along. There's a Viking in your room. There is. He was plundering. I was scrolling. Couple Comics is here. What is happening? Hope you're doing good today. What's up, comic fans? Phil Ailing, how are you today? Joseph is in the house. Hello. Got a good turnout today. Already got 30 people in the chat. Not bad. Aggressively relaxing. What is happening? Now I knew you get thirsty in a minute. Did y'all eat all the crackers already?
What crackers?
Alan opened some crackers for Monkey.
When?
When he was here. She took them in there. There might be some crackers. El Green Machine is in the house. What is going on, Larry? Hope you're doing good today. Perry, what's up? How are you today?
I saw her eating crackers.
Did you? Did you see her eating crackers? Scrolling through here. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Anybody hop in since I got rolling here? CJ, what is up, brother? Hope you're doing good. Any DC Liefeld covers coming out today? Not today, but he was selling original cover art for Hawk and Dove last Friday on his live sale. I was very tempted to spend more money than I needed to get them. They weren't even that crazy expensive because a lot of his work is on smaller pages and stuff, and he just put stuff out there, man. I would love to get an original piece of his from his run on Hawk and Dove. Super dope stuff. For those that don't know, Rob Liefeld is Comic Journey's favorite artist, and not his art. He just loves him as a person. He said that it's his idol, that he modeled his life after Rob and Rob's behavior. So everything makes sense. Anyways, I love you, CJ. New DC Day. So last week, I wasn't able to pick up my DC books on time. There was like a 1-day shipping delay from where the shop changed locations. And I ended up doing DC Day still, but I just used like the screen share feature, and I used it digitally, and it kind of worked out pretty well. So I was kind of just going to do that again today. I have 3 books that I picked up this week that are for my pool list, that are staying in my collection. And it seems like it's kind of a smaller list or a smaller week overall. We had that massive week last week. Let me see if I can do this any different. There we go. We had that massive week last week with countless new number ones and stuff. This week's a little bit lighter. There's still some solid titles coming out this week, and kicking it off, they got Nightwing 104. Now, I do not pull Nightwing. I know everyone is loving this book who's reading it. I followed it for a little while, and I was enjoying it. It just wasn't something that I felt like I needed to put into my PC. It's available on the DC Universe app for me pretty quick after it comes out, and I still haven't felt the need to go back and read it. I'm kind of fine with just reading the synopsis on them, but we got issue 104 dropping, and as you see, the Titans are featured in it. They were doing a lot of build-up for the current Titans run coming out of there, I'm sure. Marvel Books for Tomorrow's got delayed because of a fire. That's a bummer. I know that there was a truck accident that tore up a shipment as well. That's why I always wear cargo pants. Liefeld wanted pouches there. Nice. But yeah, Nightwing dropped today. Not one that's on my list. Nightwing and the Titans realize the only way to save Olivia is to go to hell, seeing how ineffective this punch. So I don't even know what's going on in the book. To be honest with you, I don't really care too much. Unless there's something like major going on, I just don't feel like I need it. I enjoy Nightwing. I like Dick Grayson. I'm a Jason Todd guy, though. And the big one for this week already for me that I was big excited for, the return of Hank Henshaw, the cyborg Superman, in the pages of Action Comics 1055. No, that'll make you sick, buddy. No, that's not all mushrooms are the same kind of mushroom, dude. Yeah, that's not one you can eat right there. Don't let the dogs eat it either. Put it back. That's monkeys. So yeah, Hank Henshaw is back. We've been dealing with Metallo, a juiced up Metallo, since we hit the Dawn of DC era with Action Comics. This whole time it's been looking like Lex Luthor was pulling his strings and holding his sister hostage to pretty much blackmail him to go after the Super Family. And we've seen him with all kinds of new abilities like infecting and changing and updating corpses and killing people and cyberneticking them up and sending them after the Super Family. And it was revealed in the last issue that it was actually Hank Henshaw pulling the strings the entire time. So he's a technopath, and he has the ability to reach out remotely and do stuff. So I'm excited to see where it's going to go from here. I did read this one. I just finished reading this one right before we went live, and when I got to tell you, there was a couple moments that I really popped. Being born in the 80s and raised in the 90s, I absolutely love when you bring Cyborg Superman and Eradicator and Steel and Connor Kent Superboy. I love those characters. They were for my childhood. Worked out good. But it says Superman's true enemy has been revealed, the cyborg Superman. Everything the Super Family has built stands on a knife's edge, and Superman and Metallo become the unlikeliest of allies as they hunt for Metallo's missing sister. They probably are going to find her. The only question is, when they find her, what condition will she be in? I highly recommend picking up Action. Philip Kennedy Johnson has been crushing it. He brought this character back to the forefront from Bendis. I mean, that's a task in itself. What is going on, Cole's Comics Clan? How are you doing today? I'm glad to see you in the building. Let's catch up on some chat. I love Nightwing, and it's worth it to pick up. And that one cover for the meme. Yeah, I have nothing negative to say about it. It's just a taste thing for me. Just a taste. I wrote my name in the stand for AR the other day in case anyone cares. I dropped my phone when I clapped my hands just now, Cole. Y'all are goofy. Nightwing by Tom Taylor was really good for me when I was reading it. I heard it's been one of the best titles he's written. Yeah, everyone's really loving it. Like I said, I thought it was good too. I just don't care enough about the character. Like, it's too confined to Bloodhaven and stuff. I like the bigger stuff. That's just, again, it's just a taste thing. Need to pick up this Action Comics. Yeah, it's fantastic. It was a great issue. Now, you do get 2 backup stories with Action Comics. You get the Lois and Clark 2, which is continuing the storyline from the Death of Superman anniversary one-shot they did that introduced the character Doombreaker. And then we got the issue 2 of the Steel backup story as well, which is kind of like the prelude into the upcoming Steel Works title. So that Steel book is solid. The artwork is fantastic in it. And Lois and Clark has been really cool. What's up, buddy?
If you look on my green dinosaur, it's still on the porch.
I'll go get him in a minute.
Can I go get him?
Yeah. But it's been super solid. Just go around and get him and come right back. Let's see. Next up, there's Thor coming out. But Dawn of DC Green Arrow issue number 2. Hey, Nug. This is turn back. Monkey. 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 Oh my gosh.
Oh, monkey.
Heck, he's grabbing his dinosaur off the front porch real quick. You gotta mush your fingers or watch out the window. Oh. So Joshua Williamson's Green Arrow #2. That first one was a surprise hit. Like I thought I was going to enjoy it, but I didn't realize how much I was going to enjoy it. It was solid. It was super solid. It picked right up where we left off with Ollie. So it was good to see like DC kind of tightening up their continuity and stuff, and not just letting stuff like that go to the wayside. But it's also kind of not surprising. You had Joshua Williamson who's architecting a lot of this stuff. Get down. I just tried to put you down. There you go. But I'm also excited to see how we have the entire Arrow family in it. And there was a lot of cool stuff that they play into with bigger things coming as well. Because we did see characters like Peacemaker in the back cover of it. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Come on in. Come on in. All right. I'm not going to put the dogs back outside. Mission accomplished. So yeah, seeing characters like Peacemaker on the back cover and appearing in the story is really tying up a lot of these titles together for the bigger continuity. Yo, I told y'all at the beginning of the stream there's going to be a lot of distractions today. A lot. These kids are running wild right now. Finn's all the way out of school. We just came in from playing outside, so they're amped up. It's going to be a stream. It's going to be a stream. Let's see. Green Arrow was the hottest selling book here when it released, I guess because the TV show watchers, I don't know. Yeah, this has been the first one that's gotten the extension. So all these Dawn of DC titles, unless it's like action or detective or Superman or Batman proper, they're all just 6-issue miniseries going in. But if the sales are good enough, they go ahead and they extend it. And Green Arrow got extended the Tuesday that issue 1 came out. That's how good the sales were for it. So I don't know. Maybe it is. I think it is just like I don't know. The Arrow show is pretty well received. He's a pretty decent character in the public light, but maybe there's just been like a void in the comics for this character. Maybe he has a bigger fan base. It's kind of like the stuff with Superman. Like they assumed for a long time that everyone was kind of sick of Superman, that they just didn't enjoy the character, didn't relate, but it was really just bad writing that ran everybody away. Because as soon as they put Philip Kennedy Johnson on it, Tom Taylor on it, people just started flocking back to it, to the point that we have 5 Superman titles out right now, and all of them are solid with like they're really investing into them. So maybe it's the same thing with Green Arrow, that there's a massive fan base. People are missing the character, and give us some of these characters, and we'll show you that we didn't realize what we had till it was gone, kind of thing. Maybe. What is going on, Roscoe? Geek Out Roscoe is in the building. Hello. Was the dino secure? Yeah, he's got like this little dinosaur that transforms, but it has like a magnet in it, so he likes to stick it on things. And we were out front riding the bikes in the front yard and stuff, and he had stuck it on the metal bench out front. Yeah, Unstoppable Doom Patrol is fire. I expect that one's not making it much farther. Not much farther at all, unfortunately. So let's see what's next. Justice Society of America, issue number 4 of 6. So this one's under the new Golden Age banner, written by Jeff Johns, art by Mikhail Janin. And dude, this has been really dope. When I say that I like kind of the bigger stories, this is kind of the stuff that I like, but it really takes you into the weeds. You have to really be invested into the characters here, or you have to have already spent some time reading other Jeff Johns stuff. He plays into his own bodies of work heavily in these titles, and this one is really no different. It kind of just leans into it a little bit more, but this was kind of just more of an action-packed issue outside of a little bit of exposition dumping. You have Helena, who's traveling through time, trying to save the Justice Society of America from Degaton, who's traveling from the future in reverse order through time, killing the JSA, trying to create a sacrificial murdering to accomplish a specific goal that I can't get into without spoilers. But I'm all in for this. I'm absolutely all into it. It's tied into Flashpoint Beyond. It's called back to Doomsday Clock, to Watchmen, even to Flashpoint, just like everything that he's really known for. it calls back to it. And I love the way that they're handling the JSA characters. I feel like we finally, from bouncing through time a few issues, landed on solid ground here. And this is the first issue that they're starting to seed what's coming next. We do know of some titles that they've announced under the new Golden Age era. We have the upcoming Jay Garrett, Sandman, and Alan Scott books, Green Lantern, Flash from the Golden Age, and Sandman. And they're finally seeding those titles inside of the pages of this. So those will all be relevant to what's happening in here. I've read this one already. It was fantastic. It was really good. Let's see what we got in the chat. I'm having to bounce between screens. It's okay. It's the hard work of a family man. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate the 36 people watching that. I'll never not have to stop and do stuff for the family. And that's okay. That's okay. We're here to have fun. Did you happen to see The Flash had an early special screening yesterday? A lot of solid reviews. I'm pretty freaking pumped. Yeah, I had a good friend that went to one of them in Kansas. Talked to him on his whole drive there. He called me last night. I stayed up late last night working on content. He called me the minute he walked out of it. I've already got my tickets for Flash as well. They went on sale today. That's some stuff that we'll talk about after these next couple books. We'll do one of the giveaways, and we'll talk about some really cool DC news and stuff that's happening, and then we'll do the second giveaway after that. But all the Flash reviews from the jump have been great. Everything leading up to this movie just screams masterpiece for superhero movie. That's why Esteban will be buying his tickets early and going premiere day, so we can talk spoilers with Esteban immediately. Yeah, I really enjoyed Doom Patrol. I enjoyed those first two issues. I really did. We'll touch on that here in a minute because there's a third issue that dropped today. Yeah, I'm missing. Where's my Doom Patrol book? I'm missing a book somewhere. I know I bought Doom Patrol. Iron Lad and Wonder Tot keeping Mark on his toes today. Yeah, big time. What is up? Steven with the sleeves is in the chat. Hashtag DC for me. My guy, how are you doing? Southern Comic Geek with that $5 super chat. Exactly. DC has plenty of great characters other than Batman. The problem isn't the character or the fans. It's the writing. Good art helps too. Absolutely. Quality will always sell. Always. Always. 100%. And that's the same thing with the movies. 100% with the movies. DC's problem is the past was they relied too heavily on Batman, and I'm glad that they are exploring other characters. Yes and no to that, because DC had like bigger issues too outside of just like the sales of comic books being able to carry things. And when they were down low on some money, they were able to do that little sales strategy where they could just reduce what they were doing, put out Batman, and he actually floated the company. He legitimately did. But they could have floated the company too had they not burned down characters and fan trust with bad writers. I generally enjoy the Johnsonverse stories. I generally enjoy the Johnsonverse stories. Let's see. House of L is in the building. If y'all didn't see already, House of L posted an awesome unboxing video. He got a bunch of cool stuff and some cool keys back from CGC yesterday. If you check his IG, they're all for sale for really good prices too. Some really cool stuff. DC Day is always my favorite time to ditch work. Yeah. Legion the heck out of that like button. Yeah, that'd be cool. Hit it with your flight rings. Hit it right with your flight ring. That DC event coming up has a Superman and Swamp Thing team-up comic one-shot in October. Yeah, it's all kicking off with that Doomsday one-shot. It's going to be really cool. What is going on, Empire Comics? How are you doing today? Derek Cavan, what's up? What's up? I'm going to stop lying. You know I said the opposite. Doom Patrol had a dope, shiny foil goodness cover today. Yeah, and let's see if I can get to Doom Patrol. See if that's next on the DC list here on the table. Harley Quinn dropped today. I don't pull Harley Quinn. I have no intention of pulling Harley Quinn whatsoever. Teeny Howard's on the book. Yeah, that is Harley Quinn, isn't it? I have no clue what's going on in there. Don't care. Don't keep up with it. She is in the movie. But if you're reading Harley Quinn, make sure you don't miss out on it on shelves today. Let's see. What is next? There we go. Doom Patrol issue number 3. And this is from the creative mind of Dennis Culver. And I was excited for this issue. I still am excited for this issue. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But it's featuring a couple of Green Lanterns with the current Green Lantern story just kicking off. We know that Earth is quarantined. We know that Sinestro is here. But we've only seen how Jordan and John Stewart, since that book took off and they established the quarantine of Sector 2814. So that's what I'm really most excited for, is getting to see Kyle Rayner as well as Guy Gardner operating inside of the pages of this book, because it gives us more context to the greater Green Lantern story going on. As far as the Doom Patrol story, it seems like just a rehash of issue 1 and issue 2. We have pretty much a Lazarus resin mutate character that they're trying to fetch and get back to the mansion, because they kind of know what's best in terms of taking care of them and giving them safety and security and some training with their abilities or whatever's needed for the person. But the Green Lantern Corps is out to pick them up first, so it's a race against time with the Green Lanterns to see if they can get a hold of them. So I'm sure they will. That last issue was fantastic. Just when I thought that the repetitive story style of this book would kind of be boring, they ripped your heartstrings out that second issue. Steve says the Flash will make $1 billion. $1 billion. We'll buy your ticket, Steve. Help out with it. Yeah, a lot of people got that special invite, and only a small bunch are posting pics on Twitter, giving it the middle finger, which tells you about how mature they are acting. Yeah, my buddy who was there was 10th in line. He got there 3 hours early, and he said a lot of people were getting turned away. A lot of people didn't make it in the door who tried. Only so many could attempt. There was no reserved seating. And he said a lot of people were trying to cut the lines. It wasn't working. Immortal Biggie Shaq is in the house. What is up, brother? How are you today? Funk Comics. What is happening? How are you? Izzy, my man, what is happening? Took a small moment to say what's up. Happy DC Day. Jay, what is happening? Hello. Definitely doing well. People saying hello. People saying hello. People saying hello. Dude, please get out from under the chair, Finn.
You mean Iron?
We need some of the Elseworlds books made into movies. Yeah, that would be dope. And it's already getting set up, When did we quarantine Sector 2815? Oh, man, you can't do that, DePaul. Please stop.
Why do you get Avatar? Why do you
Get what?
Avatar with the Justice League?
Where?
Avatar and Justice League.
I don't know. Flash will be great. Cannot wait. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Because I just like them better. I like them better. What is good, 22 Comics? So let's see what book is next. Let's see.
Can you order me a Avenger of Iron Man?
A toy?
Mm-hmm.
You have one. You have multiple Iron Man toys, buddy.
Yeah, but
bunches and bunches.
Little.
You have little ones too. You have little ones. You have big ones. You have medium ones. That's one of the characters you have a bunch of. Let's see. Is there any more DC dropping this week? There is. Nope. I can't. My legs getting tired. Go sit down. I'll be in there in a minute. Here it is. This is another one of the new characters introduced during Lazarus Planet. His name's City Boy. He's literally just a thief that can phase through walls. I know some people are excited for this one. I absolutely am not, to be honest with you. First seen in Wildstorm 30th anniversary special on Lazarus Planet. There's a new Korean hero named City Boy. At least that's the best translation of what the city call him. So yeah, I don't know. Skipping this one. I know that they're becoming available on the DC Universe app. Baby, get out from under the chair. Get out from under the chair, please. I don't want it to roll over your fingers. The DC Universe app has had these available the same day as release so far for the AAPI books. The Spirit World, what was the one from last week as well? The Vigil, and now City Boy. So if you have the app, be sure to check it out to see if it's available to you. I don't know if it's only for the Ultra tier members, but yeah, don't you know, Mark, kids can never have enough toys. Yo, they have enough toys. I agree that kids can never have enough, but somehow they have enough. It's excessive. Pops can probably attest to that. I guarantee it. And let's see. City Boy, not too big excited about that one. And I think that might be it. It's super small DC week this week. Super small. So yeah, the only ones I have left to read is a backup story inside of Superman, Green Arrow, and then the what was the other one? Doom Patrol. Also, a brand new DC Ruby, another one. I have no clue what Ruby is. I know they just did an animated feature for this one, It's a 2-part animated feature. So we have 2 DC animated movies of DC Ruby. No clue what it is. It looks like some kind of like mashup with some anime thing or something. Don't know. Let's see, the Grim Incursion has made its way to Metropolis, and Team Ruby face off against Lex Luthor. But why is Lex at the center of Remnant's breach into the DCU? Anybody in the chat knows what this is? Anybody but a dead body. I'm not getting City Boy. Who is the writer? I'm not sure. I'll go back and look. What are the chances of seeing the Capullo Snyder stuff on the big screen? Probably 0. Elements from it maybe, but not that. Ruby was an anime. There it is. Okay. From Rooster Teeth. I never knew that Rooster had teeth. That's pretty interesting. Pretty cool stuff there. Let's take a look at this. Let's see. Obito says, I'm personally a fan of Ruby. It's a fun watch for sure, but its animated movies with DC was actually so awful. Yeah, their DC animated stuff is normally top tier, like storytelling and all that. But so I don't know what Ruby normally is. Wasn't familiar with it, so I just skipped it. I don't really do much anime stuff. And when I say not much, pretty much none. I'm not opposed to it. It's just like I can't even check out all the stuff that I would probably prioritize higher for my taste. Pocan is in the building. There he is. Hey, what's shaking? What's going on, Pocan Joe? It's American anime influence. Okay. See, Loader said, does anybody care about DC Ruby? I don't think so. It looks like people care about them separately, but I'm not seeing any big fans of them coming together like butt cheeks. Some chickens can actually have teeth, but it's rare. Oh, wow. That would probably scare me. Like, you just walk outside, chicken out there and just looks up and smiles at you. Like, nope, not me. No, sirree, I'm out of here. Gots to go. If I see chicken with teeth. I don't want no part of that. City Boy is written by Greg Pak. Solid writer, I guess, right? Solid writer. Let's see if I can find any other DC releases for this week. DC Ruby, No, but Exo Manowar on Conquer drops tomorrow. I'm excited about that. Becky Cloonan, Liam Sharp interiors and main cover. Like, come on with it. It's super solid. Liam Sharp also confirmed that there will be an Starhenge Volume 2 coming. Also excited about that. That should be dope. Starhenge was fantastic. So let's run the giveaway from last week. Let's see. If you haven't watched Castlevania, I'd say it's about as good as it gets. Yeah, money's limited too when it comes to stuff. There's a lot of content out there. Milestone Static. Okay, yeah, I don't know how I missed that. I just blended in there. It's that all purple cover here. Have they done the big milestone crossover thing? Didn't they just have like a Static versus Icon that they were doing? I read the first Static season 1 that they did. Oh, this is the Shadows of Dakota one. When someone close to Virgil gets abducted, his path ends up crossing that of the bloodthirsty Ebon, who just proved his metal against the. So yeah, they got the Blood Syndicate in there now. I'm behind on some of on a lot of the milestone stuff. I read the first Static one that they did, and I read the first couple of issues of Icon. It's one of those ones I'm trying to keep up with on digital. Okay, so it was Icon versus Hardware. That makes a lot more sense. Just finished City Boy. It's not bad. Yeah, so yeah, DC's been rocking with the milestone stuff. What are y'all's thoughts on how they updated the Static story? So that was one thing that a lot of people that I spoke to, especially that were big fans of the TV show, weren't necessarily too big of a fan on how they updated Virgil's origin from just having the accidental dosing in the protest versus like having made the hero's choice early on, even before he had powers and stuff with the whole gangs and everything. I know it's kind of modernized, but Virgil seemed like he's a little rough around the edges. He doesn't have that noble factor to him yet. I don't know if we're getting to grow into those traits with him now versus him just kind of being that way to begin with. But what are some of y'all's thoughts on that? Raza cover almost had you on the Icon versus Hardware. I'm loving the Milestone universe. So this is where it's going to get a little tricky here. Bear with me. I'm going to go pull the, what are these called, URL from last week's new DC Day video. And I'm going to put it in this random comment picker. So we can draw for the winner of last week's new DC Day. This one right there. That's the one. All right, so I'm going to put this URL in here. Paste. I'm going to fetch the comments. So I guess we'll just go with anything goes. So as soon as I hit continue, I think it's going to draw it. All right, 28 comments. So as soon as I hit this, it's going to pick a winner. So I'm going to show you guys. Let's look at it one more time what this giveaway is. So this is the one from last week. These are the books. We have the John Jang Black Adam, issue number 11, the second to last issue for Christopher Priest's most recent series. Jang took over doing cover work on it at issue 10, I believe. Maybe 9. Yeah, issue 9. And then we have Batman the Brave and the Bold number 1. Now, I wasn't big on this anthology series idea. Picked that up and read it. I picked one up just because it was coming out. I figured I'd give one away since a lot of people were skipping on it. But Tom King has the main story in the front. And it's not like it takes up most of the book. It's just a piece of this book. And they're trying to sell this overpriced book with a bunch of stuff you don't want by putting in the fantastic Tom King story in the front. It was good. It was legitimately frightening. And then we got this Raza cover for Wonder Woman 799. These are going to be the ones going down for this comment picker from last week. So didn't want people to get left out of the awesome books that dropped last week. So we'll do that right now as soon as I get a pen to write down the winner's name here. Which one is it? This one. All right. So let's see. The winner of last week's DC Day giveaway is Brian LCS. My man, Brian. Congratulations, Brian. That's pretty fitting. Brian does a lot of give backs to the community on his shows. Let's see. That's going to be last week's. So that's Wonder Woman, Black Adam. And what was that third one? Brave and the Bold. Awesome. Congratulations, Brian. I believe I still have your address. If I don't, I will DM you and ask you for it. No worries there. So let me stop this screen sharing. You can get rid of some of these tabs now. That's good. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Definitely get rid of that one. All right. There we go. Simplify this. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, huge congrats to Brian LCS. Oh, I just put it. I dropped it in there and it's right. Like I didn't have it sitting there. So if you weren't in there by the time I was firing it up, that was too last minute. But no worries, no worries. We have another giveaway coming. Before we do that, though, we're going to take a look at some of this stuff that I've posted to Instagram because there's some cool news coming. Cool news, some big news for DC. Today is a huge day for DC. Let me scroll back on here. So first and foremost, I do want to touch on this right here. So for those that don't know, we have the Oscars every year for movies, but for comic books, you have that's not going to be as good. You have the Eisner Awards. This is like the Oscars of the comic book community. So DC had a pretty decent turnout this year, as they typically do. But this is the list of some of the people that won from the Eisner Awards. Let's see. I'll put them on here. There it is. The nominees for the 35th annual Will Eisner Comic Industry Award were announced today. 17 nominations. The Oscar of the comic world for over 3 decades. Chosen by a highly lauded panel of judges and voted on by industry professionals, this year's winners will be announced at the annual ceremony at Comic-Con International, San Diego in July. So it's not even long until they announce the winners. DC titles and creators are represented among the best of the following nominations. Finding Batman is nominated for Best Short Story. So this was a good one. Best Single Issue. It was a one-shot Batman One Bad Day, The Riddler by Tom King and Mitch Gerads. That was the creative team behind the Mr. Miracle story. So I don't know if anybody read that. I do know a lot of people read it, but I don't know if anyone in the chat read it. It was phenomenal. phenomenal. Have you watched the Flashpoint movie, the cartoon Flashpoint Paradox, or the brand new Flash movie that's coming? I haven't seen the Flash yet. I do have my tickets. I just bought them today. They went on sale today. But Batman One Bad Day definitely deserves to win that. I don't even know who its competition is, as like I don't see any of these but the DC ones. Best continuing series, as we were talking about it before, Nightwing. Everyone's loving it. It's solid. It's on that list. It was on that list last year. Nice House on the Lake by Tynan made the list as well. I thought it was good. I don't know if it's not a continuing series, though, so I don't get that. It was a 12-issue maxi. Best limited series, we got One Bad Day on there again. Edited by Dave. So that, in my opinion, that shouldn't be on there at all. You had one solid offering with that Riddler one. Like, it was stellar. Then Clayface was pretty good. The rest of them were just, don't even need them. Superman Space Age by Mark Russell absolutely deserves to win that. Human Target was phenomenal as well, but Superman Space Age, that was next level. That was like a very emotional ride going through Superman Space Age. It was wicked. You might be right about that. DC movie is big this year. That's why I'm here, to win some giveaways. The only Oscar in the comic community I know is the CBCAs. Yeah. No panel of judges for the CBCR community driven. Get your nominations in. The cartoon one, Flashpoint Paradox. Yeah, I've watched that, man, more times than I can count. I've been buying. I've grown up in comics, so I've been like buying and collecting like comics and specifically movies and stuff like that since I was young. I had it back when it came out on DVD. I rebought it on Blu-ray and stuff later in life, and yeah, I've watched it countless times. I even reread Flashpoint day before yesterday, the 5-issue actual comic series, because I'm going to get ready to do a little video with Sector 2815 talking about some Flash stuff before the movie. But yeah, the Flashpoint Paradox is great, and if you haven't seen it, Suicide Squad Hell to Pay is the direct sequel to it, by the way. It's an R-rated DC animated film that they did. But if you want to see what happens to Thrawn after he gets his head shot in by Thomas Wayne, go check out Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. But yeah. Let's see what's next on here. What is next? So yeah, Mark Russell for One Star Squadron and Superman Space Age for Best Writer. Tynan for Nice House, Sandman, Nightmare Country, and then Tom King for Killing Time Batman for Best Writer. I loved Killing Time. The Help was such a cool character in there. That was solid. I still think Mark Russell deserves that one for Superman Space Age. Best Penciler, Nice House on the Lake, Nightwing, and Human Target. I'm going to have to give that one to Greg Smallwood. That was insane. I'd like to see him bring that one on. Best Cover Artist, Bruno Redondo for Nightwing. Jordi Belair for Best Colorist. And then lastly, Best Lettering, we have Pat Broglie for Wonder Woman, The Villainy of Our Fears, and Todd Klein for Fables. So definitely some solid nominations on there. I'm surprised that Nice House hit so much. A lot of people fell off that one. And then we have, I don't know if anyone else saw this, but they announced officially that we do not have confirmation on season 4 of Superman and Lois yet, which I believe is the most criminally underrated television show to ever exist. But despite not having a confirmed season 4, they did confirm that season 3 will end on a cliffhanger no matter what, which is a bummer. Which is a super bummer. I think that we should have some kind of balanced closure. They did it with season 2 before season 3 was confirmed. It was pretty much a closed out season with just a little doorway you can go in if you wanted to. So if y'all are not watching Superman and Lois, just keep in mind, this is not an Arrowverse show. It's a standalone, all on its own merit. None of those Arrowverse shows play any effect into this whatsoever. But golly, it's a good show. This 3rd season, every episode, it just hits you in the gut. And today was the big day that Max launched. Everybody knows what HBO Max is, but now that they're under the Warner Brothers Discovery Time era, they're folding it all into one app. And what does that mean? They're dropping the HBO out of the title, and they're bringing in all their content from all their other properties to put them all under one streaming service umbrella. So all of the Discovery shows, all of the Home and Garden Channel shows, all the Warner Brother has a bigger catalog they're bringing over. And yes, HBO will still be under here. They wanted to drop the HBO name off of it because it kind of just comes with the adult programming connotation, which is completely understandable. And I downloaded the app this morning. They did not update They did not update the HBO Max app. This is a completely separate app, but when you go in and when you download it and you just open it, you're already logged in. It already has all your data. It already has all your saved shows. So it completely recognizes just like it's HBO Max. So I'm just assuming that HBO Max is a ticking time bomb before they just delete it or they stop updating it or whatever happens. But go ahead, download that Max, jump on there. Shazam! Fury of the Gods is on there, available as of today, kicking off the app. So if you haven't seen that, now is your opportunity. Superman and Lois is a great show. It is ridiculously good. It's going to be hard to say there is going to be another season with the strike going on. Now, for now, I mean, the strike wouldn't really be affecting season 4. It's so far off. Comic Journey don't like the change, but we know that HBO is the real marketable brand name. They'll be back with HBO within 2 years. HBO is very marketable. Absolutely. I think they could have just kept it as HBO Max, but I get them wanting to test it out and see. They could have called it Warner Brother Max. They could have done something. Max on its own just takes me back to Cinemax days, which HBO bought out Cinemax back in like 2000, like between 9 and 11, around there, I think. Speaking of underrated, I feel like Shazam and Dr. Fate deserve some spotlights in the DC EU as well as the DC universe. They just gave Shazam 2 full movies, and Dr. Fate did his thing in Black Adam. He was the standout that everybody enjoyed. I wasn't happy with the ending of A Nice House, but I needed to go back and read it again since it felt like a chore to read. Maybe I missed something. And it also had that long break in issue 6. No. You can leave the dog alone, buddy. That long break after issue 6 killed that book's momentum. I still like the ending to it. I enjoyed it. I heard Worf from Star Trek is doing the new Steel. He is. He was also the voice actor for John Henry Irons in the animated series, so it's pretty cool that they got him coming on to do that. To be honest, I think Matt Reeves is an amazing director. He actually did a great job. The Batman was fantastic. I'm glad that we're getting a second one of those. I hope it doesn't go any farther than that. I want it to get I don't want it to be too. I don't want them to muddy the water too bad with the new universe. I think they could just really be damaging to it if they do. They originally had Cinemax. Yeah, HBO bought Cinemax. Skinemax, more specifically. Okay, thank you, buddy. Good morning, the real James Willie. So let's see what else we got on here, and then we'll get to the second and final giveaway for the day. What else was on here? That's right. There it is. As of today, tickets are on sale for The Flash, releasing June 16th. I bought my tickets for June 15th because they put tickets out and do showtimes on Thursdays going into stuff. I got the earliest IMAX screening that they had. I'm going at 3:10 in the afternoon. So we'll, dude, I'm super excited. I'm beyond excited. It was a dumb move to change to Max because they wanted to add their Discovery crap in the app. Yeah, Discovery and beyond. It's Warner Brothers. It's more than just HBO. They're afraid that people would just assume it's only HBO. They're going to have to find a way to branch it out, though, and get the word out. Final giveaway. I hope it's me. Sorry. Just a little excited. So we'll see how it turns out. I mean, if all those people that already have HBO Max, I mean, they're gonna know, right? Like they're going to be told via the service itself. So that shouldn't be too big of a deal. But who else out there has already got their Flash tickets? I know my man Izzy got his. I'll be going at that very first showing. I cannot wait. Don't hate on Discovery. Ghost Adventures new season starts May 31st. Yeah, those shows are fun. Just bought my tickets for Friday the 16th. Hell yeah. I'm going on the 15th at 3 p.m. Will be cool to hop on and see if our thoughts align. As long as you think it's amazing, which I'm sure you will. Dude, everything points to this movie being fantastic. Everyone who's seen it already, them moving up the release of it, them doing advanced screenings this far out, them releasing the media embargo. You don't do stuff like that unless you're confident in your product and people are going to give you positive reviews, because you wouldn't want to do what, unfortunately, for the House of Mouse did. They what was it that they did it on? Yeah, Indiana Jones. They did the early screening of that and they released the embargo thinking that people were going to like it, and it came back a flop. Nobody's enjoying it, and that's the opposite effect that they wanted to have for doing that, because now less people are going to be more inclined to go watch it when it drops. Like, yeah, I'll just wait on it. They didn't bring indie back to greatness. Everybody start putting in hashtag We Are Legion into the chat, and we'll get ready to run this final giveaway for the day while we talk for a couple more minutes before we're out of here. Private viewing midnight release with the homies. Yeah, we don't have to wait till midnight anymore. Most theaters don't. Ever since the Dark Knight Rises debacle, Because back in the day, like you had to go at 12:01 to see a movie on Thursday night. But ever since that Dark Knight Rises debacle, they start showing them Thursday during the day. And the movie companies love it because that gives them a whole extra day worth of sales to tack on to their release day numbers. So it works out great for them. Works out good for everybody involved. I like to see the Flash movie, but I don't know if I give credit to that creep. Is it okay if I steal that movie? Dude, everybody involved in that movie is 100% paid for that movie already. The only thing you'll be hurting not seeing that movie at this point is the future of the DC movie, not that movie. It's what comes next, the next project, how they invest in what comes forward. That movie was made years ago. They just been doing like fine touches on it. Keep in mind, in 2020, 3 years ago, they released the trailer at DC Fandom, the first trailer for it. Then it just kept getting COVID pushed back and Ezra problems pushed back. Max is my dog's name. Perfect. And you'll remember it perfectly. I'm going to wait. You better get out there and see it, Kyle. It saved me the money I dropped Discovery this morning. Boom. There you go. Already helping people out. That might be the finally get out Kennedy. Yeah, I highly doubt they're going to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. Nothing that woman does to destroy Star Wars, Marvel, Indiana Jones, nothing she does will get her fired. They don't care. Max HGTV for the win. Yeah, they don't care whatsoever. They're shutting down their Star Cruiser that cost them billions of dollars after a year. They're getting sued by their investors over lying about the numbers where Disney Plus becomes profitable. They're firing over 7,000 employees. They're having movies flop after flop. Like nothing that happens at all over there does it come back to bite anybody's butt but Bob Chapek. I don't think Ezra will last past this movie. I 100% think Ezra will last past this movie. And on top of that, if this movie lands heavily with the audience, I guarantee you they'll bring Ezra back to continue the role of the Flash. Guarantee it. If people don't respond heavily and don't come out in droves, if this movie is fantastic but people still don't go to see it, he won't be back. But if this movie's fantastic and it just outshines expectations at the box office, they're not taking Ezra off the table. He'll still be in the conversation. I like Discovery shows, Izzy. They have a show where a team goes around big cities hunting rats. You would like it? Oh, yeah, I heard about what happened to Ray Stevenson. Damn, he was the best Punisher. 100% agree. Warzone was my favorite Punisher. I hope Aquaman isn't a flop. I'm not thinking. I think it's going to be like the Shazam effect. The first one did great. The first Aquaman did gangbusters. It's fantastic. But it's looking like we're getting bad feedback from that second one that is just a rough story. That makes you the Grinch at comical, yeah. So there we go. There's all the We Are Legions hitting the chat. There they are. Get those rolling. And I'll show you one more time what I'm giving away for the second one. On the West Coast, we get to watch movies at 6 p.m. on Thursday. Someplace sneak in Wednesday night showings. Dude, that's awesome. One person's stupid behavior should not reflect the hard work of thousands of people. Saw you got my money, Flash. Yep. I mean, my sister has to work. Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. That makes more sense. I hope Aquaman isn't a flop too. I have an IG page reveal. Yeah, I follow that page. I love that page that has an actual goal. Chapek ain't there no more, brother. Bob Iger's there again. He's the one making all the changes. Also, Kennedy has nothing to do Marvel. That's Feige crap. So, Chapek, all of Bob Iger's decisions are the ones that Chapek implemented. Bob Iger made all these decisions like build this giant hotel. Chapek was there for just a short time. And Chapek is the fall guy for this D plus investor stuff. If you go read all the stuff, he's the one that they're using as the fall guy, and nothing's going to happen to him anyways. Kathleen Kennedy, Kevin Feige, all these people are all, dude, don't think for 1 second that stuff is actually separated like they tell you. Anything, like they're all sitting there. Like even you can see where Feige was wanting to come over and work on a Star Wars project. I mean, they're all running the same formula with the respectable franchises they're working on. Bob Iger is not going to be doing anything different over there either. He's the one that set the current state of affairs for Disney into order, and then he handed it over to Bob Chapek, and then Iger's right back. Disney keeps this up. Universal will buy them up. That would be hilarious. Nowhere near that, but it'd be funny if it came to that. Chapek was running the parks before being named CEO, and the parks seem to be doing good this last quarter. That was the only thing that was actually up for the parks. Yeah, nothing to do with any of the movies you're watching now. 100%. That's what I was just saying. Bob Iger laid out all the movie stuff. Yeah, Chapek is in trouble for the streaming business stuff. Like the Disney Plus investors are suing, and they're pointing to Chapek for Chapek was doing creative bookkeeping with how that they were reflecting views and projections and everything, and he was using the legacy channels and stuff like ABC and Freeform and all stuff like that, and using like pretty much false data to give to the investors to say, this is why you should invest. Look at this. We'll be profitable by 2024. And that's been proven that they were doing dirty bookkeeping and kind of tactics. So the investors are trying to sue them because Disney Plus is failing miserably, unfortunately. Not because they don't have a big audience. It's because they're putting too much into it based on the size of their audience. They lost over 4 million subscribers in this last quarter, and they lost even more than that in the quarter before it. Which DC heroes you grew up with? I'm curious. All of them. Literally all of them. Marvel heroes too. My dad's been collecting comics nonstop since 1963. I've never known a day in my entire life where comics were not like the main source of entertainment. I grew up reading comics. I grew up watching like unreleased comic movies and stuff, and being excited for the stuff that we did get. Just I've never not known it. Jason Momoa got hurt filming his show. See, I hope that he doesn't affect the Aquaman movie. Yeah, I think it's another one of those ones that was being worked on pre-COVID. So I think they should be pretty much done filming except for minor reshoots and stuff. Kathleen Kennedy makes more money in birthday napkins than most comics make it and most movies make in theaters. Yeah, 100%. All that merchandise that's not selling anymore. That's another thing. Like you think that and you say that, but birthday napkins are probably about the only thing that does push it anymore. Because as far as their merchandising goes, that's been a big point of contention. All these new franchises that they're trying to start that aren't picking up, from like Captain Marvel to Doctor Strange to Miss Marvel to Ant-Man. All of these movies are supposed to translate into long-term gains with action figures, T-shirts, birthday napkins, all that stuff, and no one's buying them. No one's getting the merchandise. Their merchandising stuff has tanked tremendously based off what it used to be, like with characters like Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, all of those things. So they don't have new franchises to carry stuff. They're still relying on the old franchise, and they're losing their asses investing in all that stuff for the new franchises. It's very interesting stuff going on at Disney. They just need to do a hard reset. They really do. Same thing. That's why the whole Star Wars hotel probably failed. Like they $5,000 for 2 nights for a sequels trilogy event. Ain't nobody got time for that. You're playing to the wrong audience. Playing to the wrong audience. Only company that can buy Disney is Apple. Yep. Amazon. Amazon can definitely get them. Probably before Apple. All right, let's share this screen because I can go through comments all day. Let's get this giveaway tool up. And again, this is going to be for that gorgeous David Nakayama Green Arrow issue number 2. I gave away the Nakayama Green Arrow number 1 when it came out. We have Flashpoint Special Edition number 1 with the Flash movie logo. So you know it's the release from today, not a previous release. And that DC primer, which is super important. Highly recommend everyone read it. It might even explain events that happened in Titans issue 1 if you have not read it already. So let's spin this per usual. This is going to be U.S. shipping only unless you are a channel member, unless you want to pay for the shipping. If you're a channel member, I got you covered. If not, you're going to have to pay for shipping international. Because that's sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. I just send a package with slabs and stuff to the Philippines and to Australia from the recent one. So I'm tapped out with the international shipping funds for this month again, unless you are a channel member, because y'all are paid channel members. So it's pretty much, it'd be cheesy not to offer that. So here we go. Oh, let me do this. God, I was way behind on the chat. It just don't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. So let's finish. We got 45 entries in there. We got 48 people watching. And today's winner goes to Comic Journey. Hell yeah. Congratulations, CJ. I'll try to find a Liefeld cover to throw in there for you because I know you love it. Speaking of that, there's a God, man, I wonder if I even have it in here. Tomorrow's video, like I'm really excited about it. It's been available for members for a few days, and when it comes to I don't have it in here still. When it comes to members videos, when I make videos, I make them available to my channel members first, and it's been there in a while. It's had like a huge response of viewers for it, and it drops tomorrow. But there is a hidden giveaway in tomorrow's upload, so be sure to check that video out. And I'll draw the winner for tomorrow's video live Sunday night during At Weeks In. But we've been here hanging out for a while at this point. Just at that hour mark, time perfectly. So back to work for Izzy, back to work for me. About to go find something to eat, check on these kids. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Thank you coming, hanging out, chatting with me. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up on your way out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you're hanging out here, definitely hit that subscribe button. It helps in the eternal battle against the YouTube algorithm. And if you're a fan of toys, be sure to check out my YouTube shorts. That's where all my toy content go. Hang out every Friday morning, review books every Sunday night. And until next time, as always, we are Legion.